A teenager seeking to impress her crush by learning a specific sexual position hires a stripper in order to give her a crash course
And a crash one.
Yeah.
on sexuality and winning the attention of men. In summer of '69, the feature directorial debut of one Jillian Bell, a very funny actress. Does she make for a funny filmmaker? I think so. I think we all kind of enjoyed this one. Arturo, what did you make of Summer of '69?
That I didn't know it was going to come out to Hulu that fast, but as a Hulu movie, it is the exact type of comedy that I think they've mastered. They've kind of got that market down the best. Sometimes Prime will have one, but it's like one a year. They tend to have a couple. I mean, they also were the ones who picked up one of your favorite rom-coms out of Sundance in Palm Springs.
Right.
No, this is a standout one. I think it would have done a decent job if it went to theaters.
Yeah.
I hope it does well on streaming.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of like not a huge movie. There aren't bona fide movie stars in it. It stars simply Sam Morales is the newcomer in the lead role. Chloe Feynman from SNL, who's very funny in this movie.
Coming in, playing the stripper.
Yeah, you have Paula Pell, Liza Koshy, Natalie Morales, a few other recognizable
Charlie
names.
Day coming in.
Yes, Charlie Day.
Big one there, but trying to find the lead over
In
here.
kind of a sort of different Charlie Day role. It's not as much of the...
It feels like his character on It's Always Sunny playing a character.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
it
like
felt so forced, and
Yeah,
that's why I found it funny.
Yeah.
But some people were like, "What is happening?"
Actually, I fell on that side. I didn't
he went
like
all
it.
he went all the way to the point where I was like, "All right, you're just crossing the line here for no reason."
Yeah.
It's not landing.
No.
Yeah. But it's a really like silly kind of rom-com. It's even though it has a bit of the sort of like teenage emotionality and longing in it, it is first and foremost just kind of goofy.
Yeah.
There are all these different fantasy sequences that happen throughout, so that kind of bring her imagination to life around her, and it just has a verve to it. Like it has an energy and electricity to it that I think is the kind of thing that I would really resonate with if I saw this as a teenager,
For sure.
as the age of the characters in this movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I had a great time. I think one of the things I like the best about, or the most about this, and they did comment on it in the Q&A, is that so many of these stories kind of introduce these like awkward characters who kind of like dress more like tomboyish and stuff, and so often these movies just feel the needs like, cool, we've now set them up to have a glow up where all we do is like straighten their hair and take away their glasses or something like that and put makeup on them, and this was very specific, not doing that ever. Like no one even really made the suggestion to do that other than maybe like for a certain event wear different clothing.
Yeah,
That
the
was
biggest
it.
thing is she maybe puts a little more of her hair behind her ears.
Yeah.
It's
but that's
so
just
nonchalant that when people bring it up, it's almost like putting too much eyes on it. It's like, thank you for making her just a normal, regular girl.
Yeah, because it does get weird when people do it too much. It's
Thank
like,
you.
thanks
She
for
would have
letting-
never been chosen. Appreciate this fantasy
which
so
is,
much. It's like,
which is
take it
dumb
easy.
because it's really just that they do let that personality shine through. That she's just.
It was like eighth grade, right? All her freaking pimples. She's exactly what it would be like.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, turns out she was in
Descendants.
in the '90s show.
She was in the 90s
Yeah.
show. Interesting.
I didn't find that show funny, but I found her to be really funny in
She
this
was
one,
really
especially
funny.
Having Jillian director. But I also thought the dynamics of like every time she's in a situation like you were saying, especially when you're young, she finds out the guy's single. It's a wedding. It just turns into a wedding.
Yeah.
And every moment where she's going through something, if her life
These
is ending,
fantasies, yeah.
the fantasy world that she goes into. I thought was adorable. It was cute.
Yeah.
I did think there were moments where they were over the top. You could do whatever you want in your fantasy world. Bro, there were some sequences, especially when they're driving around, I was like, this is past it from me. From me, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, there's even in the fantasy, there's some questions of like, how is this playing out in reality? Where
How long are you zoning out for? Yeah.
Yeah, but like ultimately, like this
Those
is
are
a
fine.
movie that's taking
Yeah.
itself super seriously,
sure.
and it sets itself up for funny jokes, funny moments.
Natalie knew how to handle the unseriousness for
Yeah,
sure. When
yeah.
she came in, she mopped it. That might have been the only thing. When Jillian's got Natalie coming in, she can take all the work.
Yeah.
Sometimes, there were just some moments, especially with Fenneman, who I think is good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be judging her stripping because what position is that going to put me? I think she fit the character that's supposed to be this overly confident person.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And I mean, she's been in Megalopolis, she's been in Babylon, she's slowly becoming one of
Low
those.
key, a big budding movie career. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm rooting for White
filmography.
Noise. Is that Despicable Me 4 I see? Yeah, no, she's got a career. this would be the biggest lead she's had.
For sure.
And I
Yeah.
think there was a lot of jokes that, if you're in the right audience, are going to smack. There's this one where she's getting called ma'am. I thought the delivery on that one, the punchline was really good.
Well, a lot of it is based on this sort of like subtle difference in age, I guess, between when you're a high schooler and you're like in your late 20s,
like
mid to late 20s,
yeah.
right? Where, you know, they're all youthful, but it's different stages of youth and different types of coming of age.
Yeah.
And the way that they are both clearly Finneman's character and Sam Morales' character are kind of having these simultaneous coming of ages in different ways. It's cool. It ends up lending a relatable quality to a lot of what they're going through. I don't know, like it's a movie that is very heartening, but also very entertaining.
Yeah.
It's probably a bit stereotypical. Like we've seen stories like this before, even if this is maybe like a little quirkier take on it.
Yeah.
But I had a good time, and like
time.
you mentioned, if this is a movie that's going straight to Hulu, like it's
And that's perfect. That's like a bomb for sure. Yeah.
a entertaining streamer comedy.
No,
Yeah, no,
through
I
and through.
agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
Great cast with it. Score was also done pretty well.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it was nice.
It was kind of decent.
Yeah.
I know Jillian Bell previously, she did I'm Totally Fine with Natalie Morales. So that's that right there. But I know one of your favorites is Brittany Runs a Marathon. This is not out there with a Brittany Runs a Marathon. A little bit more drama, but with that comedy that still.
Yeah.
Because they're both kind of dealing with the same high school too.
Yeah.
While one is in high school, one's facing the past of having been there. And it comes up with a really good narrative. So when it comes out on Hulu, I think it's worth the watch.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, if y'all want to tell the story that she gave, because she came out with a speech in the intro and talked about how this was always something that she wanted to do because her dad always wanted to be a director.
Yeah.
And the reason she's into movies was because her dad would take her out to watch all these things, but he never got the chance to direct a movie.
And somewhat divinely, the father character in this script was named Ron, which was also Jillian Bell's late father's name.
Who died at the age
Of 69. So that's a pretty great story.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
The intro's up somewhere if you need to find it. But yeah, I mean, it was heartening to be to. I enjoyed myself with it. This is also a movie that I'm predisposed to like. Like I like these kind of teenage finding yourself. It's not that you're so awkward. It's that you gotta get comfortable in your own skin kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm maybe a little weak to it, but I had a good time and I would definitely recommend it for people.
Yeah, I think it's an easy crowd pleaser. I think it's again, I like coming of age stories, and I do like it when people realize it's like you just when you hit 18, it's not like everything suddenly like shifts into place and everything's perfect. Like your entire life is about growing, and then the older you get, you realize your parents are like, oh, I had no idea what I was doing. Yeah. You know, I couldn't let you know that, but I had no idea what I was doing.
Her parents were funny in this because they're stereotypical as well, but they're like, don't throw a party. She's not going to throw a party.
No, it was the opposite. It was throw a party, and then they're like, she's not going to throw a party. You know,
Well, that's what I was saying. Yeah, they were like pushing her to do that, and the dad already knew it's
like,
not
she's
going to
not
happen.
going to happen. You know.
We talked about the leads of the supporting. Was there anybody who stood out to you?
Nicole Byer and really surprised with Liza Koshy. I thought Liza Koshy was excellent in this movie. She found a groove that she's been trying to get at the other movies. Yeah. It worked the best here because they're kind of her strip club group that's facing, you know, the
an eviction.
Yeah, an
type
eviction.
thing,
And
Both
hostile takeover.
Both Nicole Byer and Liza Koshy, I think, are comedians who have the ability to go extremely big.
Yeah.
And this allowed them to be big, but not overtake the movie or overtake a scene.
Yeah.
Unlike Charlie Day, who I feel
Charlie Day does cook.
he was just doing his own thing. He was in a different movie.
Thoroughly, yeah.
What is going on here?
I enjoyed it.
No, I
but
can see some people
it's
would.
really dumb.
Like I said, if it was in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, would have thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't love it here.
My favorite was Paula Pell. I thought
she was great.
so funny.
She was great. We almost witnessed a woman get kicked out trying to take a picture of Paula Pell on the screen.
Yeah. She just has like a bluntness to her delivery that is so hilarious here, and a willingness to go places that not a lot of the other people in the movie get to. So I think she really kills it. There's just a lot of fun elements to this film. Yeah. So if you're looking for a crowd-pleasing comedy, I think you couldn't go wrong with a movie like this.
Agreed.
Yeah. You went 3.5 in the end. I think I'm also there as well.
Yeah, 3.5.
Yeah, maybe bordering more towards the 3 than the 4. But yeah, it's a solid comedy. It'll be on Hulu eventually. We think summer. I can't
It's
imagine they
saying
sit.
summer 2025 on Wikipedia right now.
I mean,
Would make
this
sense.
feels like a June movie. Too.
Yeah, it feels like a graduation movie because it is a graduation movie.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
All right, so keep it tuned to the Intercut podcast channel for more reviews out of South by Southwest. That's Arturo. That's Amanda. I'm Zach. And
stop calling me ma'am. I just got health insurance.